My name is Keisha. I'm the owner of A Way of Life. I've been a career and life coach for 8 years and an astrologer for 3. Our mission is to help people take control of their career future, whether to start a business or retirement, using astrology, strategies, and planning. Our vision is to provide a really clear idea of who you are, what you want, where you're going, and how to get there by making it a way of life.
Peace, Aquarius. Welcome to your May astrology. I always go in on these videos because we are officially in eclipse season. And I think it's important for you to have all the information that you need so that you know how to navigate these choppy waters. So, without further ado, my name is Keisha. I am the owner of A Way of Life. I am a career and business coach using astrology. And if you could, please like, share, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed already, hit the notifications bell so that you can be notified every time we go live. We would love to have you as a part of the crew, and we appreciate you in advance. So let's get into this. We're going to start the month off still heavily in the Taurus eclipse energy that we had on April 30th in your 4th house. This is home and family. So this is people moving in, people moving out. This could be you buying a home, selling a home, moving, or staying where you're at, but buying additional land or a home. You could be studying, learning about your bloodline, ancestral line, gifts and things that you have from that, or generational curses that are passed down from generation to generation through your family. You could just be noticing patterns, right? That, wow, like this happened such and such years ago, or with every other generation or something like that. And you're like, damn, it's repeating itself, right? And so maybe perhaps you are working on breaking free from that in some way, shape, or form. This could be how you show up as a parent, or maybe you're recognizing that you're just like your mom. And I say mom, it could be both parents for sure. Things with your parents coming in, or both parents, but the 4th house is ruled by the moon, and the moon represents your mom. So that's why I say your mom, right? There are things that you've gotten that you passing down from your mom to your children, right? And this could be good or bad, right? We all have our story to tell, okay? These can be things that are deeply rooted in your childhood that you are seeing that are playing out in your life. And again, these could be things that you're trying to break away from, or that you honor and value, and you're passing them down. And then it could be the expansion of a family. So maybe somebody's getting married, or somebody's having a baby. Okay. And then on May 2nd, Venus enters your 3rd house of communication of all types, right? And so Venus and Aries in your 3rd house, this is about you, right? That you're changing the way you think about things, the way you process things, the decisions that you make, and why. Writing, learning, studying, gathering information, perhaps around a skill, because Gemini rules vocation. Perhaps by doing something you're learning, or you're learning that you learn by doing, or through observation. Learning through observation. That's how children learn. Gemini rules childhood education. You could be learning and understanding that you are a product of your environment. This is my product of your environment. And these are things that you're trying to break free from or away from, or even the way you think about them through studying, learning, or observation. This could be revamping some kind of business through sales, marketing, changing your social media up in some way, shape, or form, or the face of how you show up in some way, or the way you show up through your language or markets and sales. This could be like short distance travel, errands, the way you do your errands, things in the community. Or maybe you're adding some kind of delivery to your business if you have a business. Or again, this is how you communicate. You're changing the way how you communicate with people and why. And this could be like on a really massive level. I really like this. I'm getting a bunch of different ideas at this point, but it's bubbling up in me. But there's a lot going on there about how you make decisions, think, communicate, and why, and how you present yourself through communication. Again, if it's not sales and marketing, this is something that you're doing on social media that people can see in some way, shape, or form, maybe even becoming a leader for these changes or being recognized for these changes. Like your value system is elevating in some way. If it's not a trip or a car, maybe you're getting detail on your car. It is Venus. Venus will hook it up. You know what I'm saying, get some wheels, some spinning rim. No, let me stop. I don't know. It could really be a thing. If it's not a new car, maybe you're getting new devices, you know. Or again, beautifying your social media page in some way. Okay. And you got the green light to go if you're thinking about traveling. Okay, and then Jupiter enters Aries and joins that third area, that third house area of life on May 10th. And so this further expands everything that I'm saying. So now you're broadening your mind. You're getting more worldly expectations, morals, beliefs, philosophies, culture even here. Again, maybe you're studying, learning, and gathering information about that, or a universal law, spirituality, you're growing within that. Maybe even taking some education or something like that. This could be legal stuff, both through Venus and Jupiter that you got going on that you're dealing with. Anywhere Venus is, it's in support of you. And so if you have to deal with any legal documents or things like that, you have the green light for this tenfold. If this is any partnership or business partnership or relationship, you're learning how to communicate what you want. And because it's Venus, it's like vice versa. It's not about you. Like, because Gemini is strategic communicators. We're also good listeners, which we don't get enough credit for, but that's the only way you can actually really have a conversation if you think about it, right? And so when you get to the nitty gritty of Gemini and saying communication with Venus here, it's very important to be specific because Venus rules relationships. And we always say communication is key, but nobody wants to give Gemini credit for that, which I find very interesting, by the way. But it's about listening to be able to have a conversation, not listening to respond. Not those trigger conversations or projecting conversations or, just waiting for somebody, not giving other people the benefit of the doubt. You learn more here. This is why Geminis are so very intelligent intellectually, and people tend to come to them with things because we have stillness within us that allows us to listen. This is your body language here. Maybe you're learning about these things, how to communicate on a deeper level so that you can get what you want out of your relationships, right? This could be that higher education, that higher universal law spirituality that you could be learning here. This could be travel, long distance travel, if not cultivating or incorporating some new culture about you, morals about you, values about you, that are changing in a major way. This is going to add the opportunity, a lot of opportunities for this area of your life. And then Mars enters the same area on May 24th, giving you the courage to take a risk and make it all happen. This could be opportunities through your neighbors, siblings, or in your community in some way, shape, or form. But remember, because Venus is there, this could be all relationships. So maybe you're learning love languages. I really feel like this has a lot to do with relationships. And I do mean romantic, even if you're not in a romantic relationship, like you are trying to understand what it takes to communicate in such a way to have great relationships or have great communication in relationships. Now, again, this could be all relationships, but I don't know, for some reason, I'm just thinking maybe perhaps you've had trouble with relationships in the past and you're tired of it and you are genuinely from the bottom of your heart trying to figure out like why. Like, somebody please give me the goddamn answer, because this makes absolutely no sense. And I'm not leaving here until I get some answer. No. I'm sorry, I went on a tangent. Typical Gemini shit. Yeah. This could be a business trip. If it's not just for any of those other things, right? Or you could just be connecting by way of for business. That's also another way this could be playing out. Or work or administrative duties and tasks that you are mastering in some way, shape, or form, or expanding in some way, shape, or form. Okay, so a very busy time. And then I'm just trying to make sure I'm not forgetting anything, guys, but then Mercury goes retrograde on May 10th in the sign of Gemini. So you got a lot of mercurial energy going on here. And so I'm going to go ahead and say it's going to be important for you to stay grounded and stay focused on what your mission is. I will go back to November, December, and January, especially right around your birthday. This is probably going to hit you a lot heavier than most people because it's something that this time is trying to teach you or make you aware of when we had all those retrograde energies back then. So I'd go back, sit down and really try to think, cultivate, remember, revisit, revise, rethink, redo, reconsider, reevaluate what was going on with you and why. Did you learn something? Is there more that you can learn from that something? Or are you letting that go officially? Or are there other things that you need to grow within whatever it is that you've done? Something about that time is going to be significant to this retrograde because Pluto went retrograde a day before the Taurus eclipse. And so this is also playing a really big role in the elevation of this third house information for you. And then I would say watch your sun, moon, and rising sign so that you can get more pieces to the puzzle about what this time is trying to show you and teach you. And then you're going to get the typical Mercury retrograde things, right? So X is coming back. This is miscommunication, dysfunctions, messes up of the devices, social media, miscommunication, phones, things with phones, devices, losing them breaking down cars, having issues with them. I mean, all the typical Mercury and retrograde stuff is not going to be avoidable. Okay, that's just the way it is. Those things are going to happen regardless, right? Yeah, but then you're going to have this in the 5th house. So this is communication from an ex, changing your mind around the way you date and why, or even if you're going to continue to do it, or your socializing and networking skills, maybe even some things around friends or how you show up on the world stage in some way is being transformed in some way for you. And you're having the opportunity to reevaluate why that is. This could be changing your mind around having another child. If you've decided not to do it in a previous time, you might be reconsidering that now. Or you're just having another child, or a child. I don't know if you have any. And this, if it isn't this, it's a creative project that you was doing in the past that maybe you let it go or decided for one reason or another it wasn't working, or it just didn't come through for you. That opportunity might present itself again. And I would say if that's the case, then this time around, then that should be a yes. But you definitely want to make sure that you are reevaluating, revisiting, reconsidering why that is for you. And so it makes sense for you, unapologetically. Whatever that is, it's important that you do it from the heart. You make that decision from the heart. And then, that'll be prevalent from May 10th through May 22nd. And then from May 22nd to June 3rd, Mercury will be retrograde in the sign of Taurus. And it's currently in the sign of Taurus right now. And so the really beautiful thing about this retrograde is that we have the opportunity to get that air with the ideas and information and all this downloads and stuff coming in, but then you get to materialize it with the earth energy and ground it into something that can actually be materialized in the 3D, which I think is dope. Also very important to be mindful, what are you manifesting at this time? Because if it's a lesson and you haven't learned it, or you're not even open to learning it, or you don't even see it, you're going to repeat it. Right? And so just be mindful of that. Okay. So this is happening in the 4th house. So you're reevaluating a home and family matter, much of what was going on for you in that Taurus eclipse. So I would make sure that you check out my Taurus video to see what is coming up with that energy, really understand it, for you to see what it is you're meant to learn about that. I think it's around legacy building. If you're talking about children and relationships, I feel like that's, you might be concerned about what legacy you're leaving behind. Can you do it, and how? Changing the dynamics of your family and what legacies and generational, not curses, that you're passing down from your family. So really breaking free of some things that, you might be really disappointed about in the family legacy. Or it could be things that you're not disappointed about, but you're trying to learn how to continuously keep those values being passed down in some way. Okay. And then May 16th, we'll have the Scorpio eclipse square Saturn. And now Saturn is your ruling planet. So I feel like, this is going to be hard for everybody. It's Saturn and it's a square. That's never a good combination during an eclipse at that. Yeah, no, I'll pass. So this is going to be a difficult transit. I'm just going to put that out there, point blank, period. Not to mention this is Scorpio and Pluto has been in Capricorn since 2008. And so the only really good thing about this is that we're at the end degree of Saturn's transit and we're at the end degree of Pluto's transit. So you learned something about this at this point. Like this isn't new, whatever this is that you're revisiting at this eclipse. Yeah, it's something that you've been dealing with for quite some time now. And so you're wrapping up a lesson here. And so like Saturn does so freaking awesomely, not really, I'm being sarcastic, as he comes through to test you and throws it right back in your face like, show me that you've learned why you had to go through whatever it is you've been experiencing with these areas of your life, right? So wherever you have Aquarius, because Saturn is in Aquarius, whatever house that's in for you, this is heavily going to be reactivated, right? And wherever you have Scorpio in your chart, it's going to be heavily reactivated, these lessons that have been coming up for you. And so what is that for you? What does it look like? What has been happening? This could be Capricorn stuff. So again, something about legacy here, I feel like is coming up for you, or becoming a boss or a man, even if you're a woman. This is about fatherhood, elderly. Maybe you got some things going on with your parents. This could be, and so, ooh, yeah. So if it's things around your parents, I would do some research and education and knowledge around legacy building, the legalities behind that, and like wills and things of that nature. That's what I'm getting really, really strong with this, or lessons that you learned from your father or whomever was the dominant parent in your life. Big time energies here. Or again, just becoming a boss or more mature or responsible in some area of your life. And if it's none of those things and it's a job and you need a career, right? Jobs, maybe more so like 6th house stuff. Whereas it's okay because you're in the process of building. But Capricorn is a little bit more level up energy and it wants you to be successful. So this is the climbing of the ladder to success. And so promotions, raises, changing jobs until you find the one that aligns with you. What are you good at? Why are you here? What skills do you have that you can give back to the world in a way to make it better? Especially with Saturn and Aquarius, definitely wants you to do that part. How can you make humanity a better place and why? Structures and systems here, setting those things up in such a way that don't leave you in a place of lack, right? And something about that's coming up here in a big way for you. Yeah. Okay. And so then you have the new moon in Gemini on May 30th. Oh, it looks like this is happening in your 7th. Ooh, are you getting married? Oh no, this is 5th house stuff. Okay. Yeah, there might be so all that Mercury and retrograde stuff that I was talking about, you want to build a legacy with you want somebody you can build a legacy with. Maybe you're trying to recreate a relationship your parents had. This could be somebody who seen their parents go through it all and they have been together 60 years. And you're like, I want that for my life and my family. And so there's an ex coming back that you may have seen that with, but for one reason or another, you guys broke up and it didn't work out. You're going to have the opportunity to either heal that relationship so that you can find what it is you're looking for, or heal it with them so you can start to build what it is you're looking for. This is what I get here, because it's, yeah, that's the 4th house stuff, and 5th house, which is dating, children, maybe even learning how to have fun while doing all those things. It doesn't have to be so serious, but you want to live a life like maybe perhaps your parents do, or successful elders who kind of retire and they can go on vacations when they want. And like that's how that's the vision that's coming up for me very strongly, by the way. Where you're having that opportunity to live that life and you want somebody to build that with you. That's dope. But you'll get the green light on all of that stuff May 30th. So, wow, this is really beautiful, Aquarius. I'd love to hear if you actually resonate with this, or did I go a little off the deep end, which, by the way, it's a thing, okay? It happens sometimes, all right? But I love and appreciate you. I hope you found this information helpful. Peace.